up, everyone? It's Two Stupid Girls, and I am here to tell you 10 stupid things that we believed as kids. Now, the first seven and the 10th one, I believed personally. The other two, I found out the internet. Now, if you believe some of these, comment down below and tell me.
Make it rain.
So, the first utterly stupid thing that I believed up to until I was 11 was Transformers were real. Now, for you to understand this better, I gotta take you back to 2007 when the first one came out. So, I was 4 at the time, and I was going to see my very first movie in theaters, Ratatouille. Now, the theater I was in Cornell, it was only 2 theaters, small. And it was on this side was Transformers, on this side it was Ratatouille, and my mom took us to that side, not that side. So you gotta understand that we walk into this theater, and just what's on the screen are a bunch of giant metal robot things fighting and guns and shooting and death, and I was terrified, okay? This gave me a nightmare that night. But you gotta understand, as a little 4-year-old, I thought they were real things up on that screen killing people. And then when I got into the movies, and now I really love them, I really thought that they had robots on screen. So I got into this 11, and I still thought, oh my gosh, like I thought they just used real robots and like big action sequences, they animated it. No, it's completely CGI. And that crushed me a little inside. So, when I see that car driving down that looks like Bumblebee that I see every single day I go to school, it's not Bumblebee. It's just, some random car with the same paint job. Yeah, upsetting. When my sister hit age 16, she would just stop aging. No more aging. And I would catch up to her, pass her. 3 more years later, she would start aging again. And I would be the older sibling. And I thought this was how it worked. Every 16 years, siblings switched places. Each got the chance to be a older sibling. Now, I believed this until I was only 7, which is still really bad. But I had that in my mind, and my mom told my sister, don't tell her otherwise, she'll figure it out eventually. Babies were taken and just put into your mom's stomach. Now, I'm Christian. Well, I'm not like really heavy duty Christian, but I am Christian stuff. So I believe in God and stuff, and I thought that God took a baby and he went and changed a couple of features to make it look like the parents, and he sent it down and it was put into the mom, and 2 weeks later the mom popped it out. I didn't know how that worked yet. But that's what I believed. And, older common sense kicks in, sex ed. But that is what I thought for the longest time. I don't know when I stopped believing this. I don't even know where it came from. Maybe it was from that picture I saw in the chapel once when, God was sending down the baby Jesus. But, I just thought that was how it worked. When I turned off the TV or turned off the radio, everything just stopped. Nothing stopped. So when I came back, I was so disappointed that it changed, because I was like, I stopped it here. Why is it now here? So I was like, Mom, our TV's broken. It doesn't know. I turned it off. Yeah. The sun and the moon followed me everywhere I went. And I didn't understand how everyone else had sun, because it was clearly in the car window following me. Not you over here, my friend. No. Sun, me, you. Where's the sun? Exactly. My toys came alive, and they had this vast civilization called Stuffy World, where they all went when all their kids were asleep and no one knew about it. And I thought that, like, I would play with my stuffies and I would make them talk, and I really actually felt for some reason they were talking to me, and I thought, I'm the only one that knows. I'm the only one that they trust. I hate growing up. If a seed went inside me, a plant would grow and it would like kill me. And my mom actually told me this. Thanks, Mom, for giving me a huge fear that like I would swallow a cherry plant. My mom's like, don't eat that. Cough it up. A cherry plant will start growing in your stomach and you'll die. I feel like that's happened. Wait, let's look at that. Okay, so this is what came up when I said plant growing in. And Ron Stevens, a retired teacher, blah, 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 thought he had a tumor in his lung. It was a plant. Okay, so a pea seed had split and sprouted in his lung. Okay, so maybe it can't be in your stomach, but apparently in your lung. Huh, maybe my mom wasn't so off after all. Okay, so this one I found on the internet, and it says, when I was young, I believed that movies were all done in one big take, and it was like 2 hours later, okay everyone, that's a wrap! Let's move on to the next movie. That was great. You know, they actually did do this kind of like soap operas. It was one biggish take and stuff, because like live, I guess, but I don't think 2-hour Avengers movies are all done in one take. No. So this one says, you close your eyes and the monsters can't find you. Or you put your head under your covers. Ooh. I was never the kid who believed in the boogeyman under your bed or the guy in your closet. No, I was scared of the bathroom. Down the hall, the bathroom. Because I believed that when you flushed the toilet, monsters got out, because monsters were kept in the toilet. So when you flushed it, they could get out. So I would wash my hands, open the door, flush it, run to my room, and my bed, it was like, I don't know. Here, let's just use this. So this is the door, and that's the bottom of my bed here. Okay? So I would run down the hall into the bed, jump over the edge of my bed onto it, and I believe if you got onto your bed before the toilet stopped refilling, nothing could get you. And I refused to go to the bathroom when no one else was awake, because I thought that they could get me easier. Yeah. Now that I've moved, I have a bathroom in my bedroom, and I refuse to sleep with the door open, because there's that stupid childhood fear there. So, like I said, I didn't believe in, they can't see me, but I was scared of the bathroom. So, I believed when I was little, this was because of my grandpa, that there were 3 parts of your stomach. Because he was like, don't swallow that. And I was like, why? It's dangerous. Really? Yeah, it will fall in the wrong stomach. Now, as a kid, I interpreted the word, just say in your head, because I obviously can't say it, that there were 3 separate parts of your stomach, and that the drink one was over here, the food one was here, and this was the dessert one. Of course, it was lower down. But that's what I believed, and I was like, oh, I'm full. Like, my mom would be like, well, then you can't have any dessert. I'm like, no, my dinner part's full. my drink part is half full just in case the dessert melts, and the dessert one's completely open. So much room. It all goes in the same spot, kids. I just killed your dreams. Bonus round. Now this is something that my sister believed till like I think grade 6. I didn't believe it for as long as she did, and she's older than me. But I did believe it for a short period of time. So my sister was like picking her nose one day and stuff, and my mom was like, "Taylor, don't do that." And she was like, "Why not?" Because she was picking and eating them. And she's like, if you eat your boogers, you're gonna get a tapeworm. And she's like, "No, I won't." And she was like, "Yeah, you will. I'll show you a picture." So showed her a picture. She didn't do that anymore. Neither did I. So I guess it was effective, but just to see the horrors that I saw as a child, here's a picture. Okay, so here's some pictures of tapeworms. Not something you show your 2 and 5-year-old. Yeah. Good job, Mom. Good job. So that's all the time we have for you today. I hope that you learned something about me, I guess, from my messed up childhood. And comment down below if you believed anything, and leave a like if you did anything. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. 2 Stupid Girls out.